Giving Tuesday, and among the organizations hoping to get your support is the American Association for Cancer Research. In addition to raising money for cancer research, the organization is dedicated to helping achieve cancer health equity. Gary Steele with me is a two-time cancer survivor and joins us this morning. Gary, talk about your journey from your time in the military and then battling cancer twice.
Well, one by one, my time in the military, 23 years in the military, retired, and hopefully I was doing wonderful things wherever I was. My cancer journey began in 2011. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and then again in 2017, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma.
My goodness. And you had a friend who was also diagnosed with multiple myeloma, Connie Young?
She was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, and, you know, it was a disease that we'd never heard of. And Connie, she did so much for me early that I really didn't know about. I remember Connie telling us one day, hey, I'm taking this medicine for multiple myeloma, and it's so expensive. And I'm in a clinical trial, and noted it, moved on, and little did I know that a few years later I was going to be in my own clinical trial, not for multiple myeloma, but for prostate cancer. And then once I got into the multiple myeloma, my standard of care, my treatment, was using the drug that Connie was in the clinical trial for.
Wow.
So I always say I give Connie credit, and many thousands of other people, that I'm here because people did clinical trials.
Well, that's incredible. Tell me a little bit about your experience actually going through it twice. I can't imagine beating it once only to be diagnosed with a different form of cancer later, and also what you learned as it relates to cancer health disparities, which is a big issue.
Well, first of all, you know, when you get the information from your doctor, well, you have cancer, the big C. Beyond that, I don't know that I really heard anything. It didn't process. All I heard was cancer. And I knew my life was over. I knew I had to get my affairs in order for my family, etc. But that was the beginning. Over time, as you begin to sober up, you learn a little bit more about what the disease is. And with the prostate cancer, I learned a heck of a lot. I didn't know that it's more prevalent in African American males. Education is great because then you can begin to help other people. You begin to deal with it. You realize that your life is not over. You're getting effective treatment. In 2017, you know, you're dealing with prostate cancer, everything's cool. Then I had some health issues, some pain in my body. And so we ended up going to Johns Hopkins. And down there they said, well, you have multiple myeloma. And I said to my wife, isn't that what Connie had? And so, but I will say that when I got the word on the multiple myeloma diagnosis in 2017, I did not have the same fear, the same dread that I did in 2011 with the prostate cancer, because I knew a lot more about cancer in general. Education is so key, because if you know what's out there, then perhaps it's not as scary.
Gary, tell me a little bit about your advocacy work and involvement with the AACR and what we can do to make people more aware.
A friend of mine suggested that I get in touch with AACR, which I did, and I've been a trustee on the foundation board for about 2 years now. And in that role, one of the things that I like to do is put out information, educate. And every opportunity that I have, Sheila, I try to tell people what I've been through and what their help can do for the fight against this insidious disease. Right now, according to the doctors, I'm tracking I'm in good space with both of them.
Good. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Gary, on this Giving Tuesday, what is your message to our viewers?
Think about it. Think about giving, because every dollar you give goes directly to cancer research. And cancer research, then that gets the clinical trial thing going. And again, I'm taking as a standard of care the medicine that Connie was taking as a clinical trial. So if you have the opportunity, go ahead and give. It probably will help you. It will definitely help your family. And if there is someone who's involved in the cancer merry-go-round, you're definitely going to help them.
Gary, thank you so much for being here with me today. For more details about the American Association for Cancer Research and how you can support them and people like our friend Gary here, head over to aacr.org. Gary Steele, thank you so much for being here with us today on Philly Live.
Absolutely.
And thank you
My
for
pleasure.
sharing your story, and I'm so glad that you're doing well.
Thank you.